Hello, and welcome back to Hitman. And in this series we will go back to where it all started, and this time round we will focus on completing as many of the challenges as we can on each and every one of the primary Hitman targets, with maybe a few interesting bonus kills on the way. Today we are in Bangkok for the Burying the Hatchet challenge, which entails killing Ken Morgan in the linen room with a fire axe. So for this challenge we don't actually need to bring anything with us. I will be bringing, as usual, my silenced pistol just in case. Everything else we do require will be available to us on the map. So with that said, let's get reacquainted with our target, shall we?
Ken Morgan, corporate fixer and attorney to the Cross family, cunning and unscrupulous. Morgan was a key agent in the cover-up of Hannah Highmore's murder, and while the system may be powerless, ICA is anything but. I will leave you to prepare.
So, right from the start and off the bat, we are going to head along the pier, and we are going to make our way into the hotel via the underground tunnels, or the basement tunnels. So we're just going to pull out our silenced pistol and deal with this camera here. So what we're doing is basically making our way through to the far side of the hotel. I'm just going to wait for that young lady to turn around before we pass through this room. And we're going to acquire ourselves a guard's outfit along the way before making our way up to the second floor. So once we've passed the two young ladies in that room, we're going to make our way up the stairs, grab the hammer at the back of the room, open the door and throw the hammer against the shelving against the wall there. That's going to attract the attention of the guard, who is just outside of that door, and when he comes in to investigate, we can get behind him, render him unconscious, hide his body and take his outfit. So once the doors start closing, I'm going to approach him. We're going to grab his gun while we're here as well, because this room will be frequented shortly by two other people. And we're going to hide our unconscious friend here in the handy closet, take his outfit, and then we're going to exit through the double doors into the hotel. Around to our left, we're heading for the stairs, but we're avoiding the camera that's just above the doors. So we're going to go around the long way to the main stairs, and we're going to go up these stairs to the second floor, and that is the heavily populated floor, and we need to acquire ourselves a letter. Now this letter is not guarded in any way, but there are 6 people in the vicinity and nowhere to hide unconscious bodies. So we're just going to make our way into the end room here, and we need to now wait for a conversation to play out, which will also trigger a mission story. So the guy who's just coming out of the bathroom is our man. He has the letter we need, and our timing is such that we actually need him to be going into the bathroom. So we've got to wait for him to go through his routine, enter the bathroom. We're going to follow him in, close the door behind us, render him unconscious, and now comes the tricky bit, because there's nowhere to hide the unconscious gentleman here, and someone else will come into this bathroom a bit later on. So the only place we can hide him is directly behind the bath, and we have to have his body kind of lined up parallel with the bath. That doesn't look too bad actually, so that when the person comes in to use the bathroom they can't see him. So once we have his body safely stashed up, yep, that looks good, we can collect up the letter that he has dropped, and we can now take that letter to reception. Now there's no enforcers on the way. There is one enforcer on reception who we will have to worry about. Now if you're doing this as part of the mission story will tell you to get one of the tech crew outfits to do this, but there are a lot more enforcers to the tech crew outfit. There's almost no enforcers to the guard's outfit, so I recommend using the guard's outfit. So once we get back to reception, we're going to place our letter here in the tray, and Mr. Morgan will come along, even though he's already here, and collect that letter, and he will then make his way down into the basement to the linen room for basically a meeting with Jordan Cross's manager Dexy. So what we're going to do, once we've placed that letter, we are going to make our way straight down to the basement again. As you can see, we're going to have to avoid a couple of enforcers here, and we're heading for the linen room. So we're just going to follow the captain into the next corridor, and to save a bit of time, we're going to render him unconscious, because he's going to make his way through the doors ahead of us and then stop, and we'll be stuck behind him a little bit longer. That noise you just heard was the mission story completing itself, which means that Ken Morgan is now on his way to this room, and in this room we will find on the wall a fire axe, and we are going to take that fire axe and then we're going to make our way to the far end of the room here, just by all these black sheets, and we're going to hug the end of the racking here and await the arrival of Ken Morgan and his bodyguard, and everyone else will then leave the room, including the bodyguard, and we can then take out Mr. Morgan.
If you think that's best, sir.
So everybody is now leaving. Once the gardener, you can see just turning there, has exited the room, so we're using the mini map just to make sure he gets through the doors. We want to casually walk around the shelving, and that gives the door time to close. We can then approach Mr. Morgan from behind.
Both targets down. Now head towards an exit.
Ideally, you want to take out Ken Morgan without him making any noise, or he will attract the attention of his bodyguard. But once we have Ken Morgan killed with the hatchet, all that's left for us to do is to make good our escape, and we're going to use the basement exit. So there we go, that is the Burying the Hatchet challenge. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.